Hey everyone, we are live. Welcome to our live stream today. This is Desiree and Gabi coming to you straight from our homes. Welcome to our live stream. Let me just take this off. Okay, so it's really good to see everyone today. Today we're talking about the entry point and the doorway into your business. How do people know that you exist? How do people know what you do? How do people know if you're the right person to be able to help them? Well, you have to have an entry point and a doorway. But before we start today, what I want to do is do a huge shout out to all of the moms and the dads and the parents in the group. And this really came about today because Gabi, we had a 12 o'clock meeting on the dot. It was minute by minute, and Gabi said, I've got 9 minutes left for my food to be in the oven. I've got like no time left. How am I going to make it to the meeting? 9 minutes. And I was thinking, oh my God, that's so funny. She doesn't even know that I'm cooking my sushi rice and I've got my Instant Pot and air fryer going at the same time, also cooking dinner. So, it's so amazing. We really deserve like a trophy for being working mothers and running our own businesses and being entrepreneurs. And at the same time, funnily enough, one of our new gold members, Lori, shout out to Lori, actually said, oh my goodness, my child is sick at home today from school and I'm missing a day of work. I'm missing paycheck money and I'm going through the academy right now. And I can't wait until I have all of my online structure set up so I can finally be earning and not feel guilty and not be, reprimanded for staying home and being with your kids. And I said, oh my God, Lori, the same thing for me. My daughter's home. My son was home for a week with a cold. It's really going around in our school. My daughter's home today. And I said, thank goodness I'm in the same boat. My daughter's right here and I'm able to not have this guilt feeling that I'm like having to call in sick or having to go to work or whatever, because we're entrepreneurs and we're our own bosses. And having an online business affords you this luxury of, if your child doesn't feel well, you can gladly keep them at home and take proper care of them. And it's just wonderful to have this online structure. It gives you so much security and so much freedom actually in different areas of your life. So
I agree. When you have the right systems in place, things are so much easier. So well done, moms, well done, dads.
Yes.
Well done, all you entrepreneurs, because it's not easy juggling. It's hard. It's hard. Just before we hit live, Desiree and I were virtually having a yawning competition. Apparently I yawn like a walrus, but there we go.
And when she yawns, everybody yawns. It's so contagious.
Yeah, this is so true. With good reason. There's lots going on here. It's exciting. We're busy supporting everybody.
Yeah.
And one of the things we wanted to talk to today is about how to really get yourself out there, how to have that first entry point so that your potential clients can understand more about what it is that you do and make that obvious decision to start working with you. Mm-hmm. So number one in this is that you do need to decide, there's no way around this, you do need to decide who it is that you enjoy working with and who it is that you can help. Mm-hmm. So reasons for this is it makes your life so much easier. I know that in my one-to-one practice, I could have anybody walking through the door. The problems with this type of setup is that you then spend time researching after the client has left. You then have to look at different lab tests. When you already know the type of person who it is, like we do on our IBS course, we actually have a structure in place. So we know the types of lab tests that we can choose, the products that they benefit from, the types of dosages depending on the stream of person, meaning that everyone that we work with falls into a different category. It's amazing having a systematized approach that literally involves the click of a button. So it doesn't mean that once somebody is through that door that you can't look at everything. So let's take IBS as an example. The entry point through is IBS, and it's probably a bit more specific than that. We have IBS bloating, IBS anxiety, IBS constipation, IBS diarrhea, IBS mixed. And once they're through that door, of course we can balance their blood sugar. Of course we can address their thyroid issues. Of course we can sort out their sleep. But that first point into your world has to be what's really resonating for that client at the time. If you have a website that's just, hey, I'm here, it's actually talking to everybody, and no one will resonate with that. It's like the phrase is, if you talk to everybody, you talk to no one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so what we've started to do with our clients now, I strongly believe in this, and I believed in this when we were building our IBS course, is yes, you might be in a building stage where you're building out your content, your course content, your modules, your lessons, but you have to spend, the other half of your time, whether you're spending 100% of your time on your business or you have a full-time job right now, you're trying to transition out of your job, take that leftover time and divide it into two. So 50% of that time should be spent building, but at the same time, you should be spending time marketing, putting yourself out there, letting the world know you exist. Because if you spend 100% of your time only building your course content, course material, quietly in a corner under, behind your computer, no one knows you exist, then when you're done it, you're going to be starting from scratch. No one's going to know that you exist and that you have anything to offer. So I always suggest building and also getting out there, marketing. It's really nice to do that because when you're in the thick of creating your content, you're actually brimming with ideas. You're full of ideas. You're really into your subject matter. You have so much to say. So I do the best Facebook Lives after I've written some content or done a presentation. I'm so excited to get on because it's like my mind is fresh with that. So what we suggest to our new clients coming in, they're so excited. They want to build their websites. They have, really pretty much nothing with tech often, or they're transitioning from another platform onto ours because ours is the best. And so they're coming on and they're sort of building from scratch. What we want them to do first is not focus on their website directly first. They can wait for that, but instead create a standalone funnel. So this means that they create a lead magnet, which is a piece of content that they can deliver to their ideal client in exchange for their email address. And their client gets a taste of what they have to offer. How do you get people into this lead magnet in the first place? Well, I always talk about this. This is something that I'm doing like crazy and it's working really well. You want to network, you want to get yourself out there, you want to go into groups where your ideal client is hanging out. You want to perhaps become friends with the admins. This is what I'm doing in a lot of mom groups, guys. Yesterday, I went live to a group of 20,000 moms. The other day, 2,000 moms. The other day, 30,000 moms. So because I've connected with the admins and they've said, of course, you have something of value to offer to the moms. Of course, you can go live in the group. And it's amazing. You get to access so many people. You don't even know who's watching. You don't know who's watching live, but you don't know who's watching on the replay. And the numbers just keep going up and up and up. It's really nice to watch. So get yourself out there, give a talk. But at the end of the talk, you don't want to just say like, okay, bye, see you later. You'll probably never see them again. What you want to do is have something free that you could offer them. So last night I gave a talk on the 6 ways to boost your immune system for families, keeping your children healthy through cold and flu season. And at the end of it, I offered a free immune support guide, a really valuable PDF document talking about all the talking points that I had during the conversation, also giving them valuable recipes and linking to products that I love. So it's a full support guide. They're getting something of great value. They're so grateful for it. But in order to get that support guide, they needed to go to my landing page. Okay, this is my opt-in page. I needed to collect their name and email address. Once they get to the thank you page, which is the next step in the funnel that gets triggered, they are able to download the guide from there. And then they get a sequence of nourishing emails where I talk more deeply about the subject. You want to drive them into an action. So this is bringing people into your funnel from the outside world. It's like the top of the funnel. You could have 20,000 people at the top of your funnel. Once you start narrowing down through the funnel, you're going to have very few people, but those are going to be really highly qualified people who are actually interested in what you have to say. They want what you have to offer. They've gone through your sequences. They've gotten to know you and like you and trust you. By the time they're at the bottom of the funnel, they're like, yes, I'm still here. I'm so interested in what you have to say. Let's hop on a phone call. You can visit my landing page. You can watch my webinar and let's get you enrolled into the signature program. But without that funnel, you can't get anyone into your world. And so it's really what we encourage our clients to do right away in our academy. We've created a separate little section, like an alarm section, like beep, beep, this is where you have to go.
Earning while learning.
Yeah, earning while learning. And this is where, before you do anything else, create your lead magnet funnel so that you can get out there and drive traffic into your world and eventually into your paid program. That's the goal.
So let's have a think about what types of content you could do for a lead magnet. So that's the technical term for a piece of content that you can give somebody for free, usually for free. And so say you're giving a talk in person. That's one way of accessing these people. Desiree said get into other people's groups. Maybe you're corporate. There's lots of different things that you can do in order to get yourself out there. But at that point, it's so important that there's a next step for those people. So say you're physically in a room with people, just have a QR code. Make sure that while everyone is there, that they scan that QR code. So say you've got slides, on the very first slide, that QR code is going to be present. You see people holding up their phone, they go straight into it. Why would they do this in the first place? It's to help them acknowledge what it is that's out of balance. So say you're doing a talk on IBS, for example. We do always give examples of IBS because that's what we do. But you could have a quiz. So what type of IBS do you have? And a quiz could be the entry point into the funnel. And it might be looking at the upper digestion, lower digestion, whether it's a gut flora issue, looking at, you go through symptoms and it can be yes, no, and it can be scored. So a quiz is the entry point. And as Desiree said, the next step in the funnel is a thank you. But what you can do is the amazing thing about having something like a quiz is it can link to what's known as your CRM. This is a customer relationship manager. It's your way of tracking who is landing onto your platform and having information about them. It's your way of tracking how they've answered certain forms or quizzes. And so when you have people score, that's your opportunity to then reach out to them. So personally, by email, and you can do a little video for them, and you'll go through the results and what that means and what your suggestions may be from that. You keep the advice light because ultimately the call to action is that there's going to be working with you. You are able to help them. So that's one piece of content would be a quiz. Another one may be something like a recipe guide, for example. And the way that recipe guides are built up is actually as a product. So what I mean by that is not that land on my site and here's your free recipe. Rather, come into my world, you acknowledge that you're in the right place, you're building it up, they sign, they want this piece of content, they give you their name, their email, and then that content then needs to build up why it is that you're the right person to be helping them. This isn't just giving them some recipes. This is about the condition, who you are, how you struggle. So you build your story before delivering that content. And then at the end of that guide, you would then have a call to action to actually be working with you because you know that you're the best person to help them. And by this time, so do they. All the time with all of these, there's the emails that are going on in the background. And the way they are structured is very psychological to ensure that they recognize that you've been in the same boat as they have, that you've had the same pain points, and that you're the one to help them.
That you've been able to help people in the past with their condition as well. So you can showcase testimonials within that sequence of 7 emails, let's say. You can showcase case studies. You can have an interview with a client that you've helped in the past. So all through those emails, you're really nourishing, building relationship, and showing your authority, you know, as a professional who has helped other people with the same condition as them.
I love that. So Desiree, there's other things that you can use as a lead magnet. We've said a quiz and a recipe guide. Yeah, any others?
Checklists are really great. They're really short and punchy. The quizzes are nice, especially within our platform. We have a quiz feature. Gabby's the queen of quizzes, by the way, in case you didn't know. And you can have a quiz where you can deliver results to them. So they can sort of self score, see where they're at. And if they wanted to go deeper, wanted like a little video from you, you could just create like 3 streams with 3 different types of end results. And that can automatically get triggered as well. The beauty of automation is that everything can get triggered in the back end. So there are checklists. There's you can have like a 20-minute little video training on a specific topic. There's like a little 3-part video series that you can deliver within a sequence of a few emails. I mean, anything really, any kind of content you want to deliver to them. A worksheet. a worksheet where they have to fill in the blanks with a little training video, something that they're going to be able to consume fairly quickly in a short period of time that's going to give them a lot of value. And that once they actually take action on that, they're going to actually get some positive result. That's the key. You want them to get better in some area of their lives, because that's going to get them to say, oh my goodness, okay, she really knows what she's talking about. She's been able to help me in such a short period of time. Imagine what she could do for me if I enrolled into one of her larger programs. I could actually solve my entire problem. Here I've solved, 15% of my problem. Let's look at the rest, the 85%, and how she can possibly help me. So it's bringing them into your world. That's the doorway in, something enticing. Your lead magnet page has to have a really enticing header. It has to have a nice call to action, even on the button. You can have a little bit of information about you. And by the way, all of this might sound very overwhelming. I realize, it could sound overwhelming to you, but we've simplified the process so greatly, because within our tech platform, we give you every single thing you could possibly need to build out your lead magnet. And
we give you all the templates.
We give you all the templates. We give you all of the email templates. We give you the type of copy you should have on your opt-in page, type of copy that should be on your landing page. We even give you an actual guide that you can put into Canva, and you can just fill it in with whatever topic that you're helping. So you can even have a PDF guide ready to go. And then I even have a training within the Academy to teach you what should be included in your lead magnet, step by step. And then you have a worksheet so you can write out exactly, learning and applying what should be in your lead magnet. So even though this sounds a bit overwhelming, it really isn't. It's really nicely focused and streamlined and simplified and easy within our tech platform. With our silver and gold clients, we even go in the back end. We help you tweak your funnel. We help you make sure that the marketing copy sounds good. If there's any technical problems, we'll help you connect everything in the back end and make sure that your funnel is up and running, has a good marketing message, and works smoothly in terms of the tech as well.
So today was just a quick overview of ensuring that you focus on that entry point, deciding who it is that you want to work with, and deciding one aspect of what it is that you could help with in order to create a piece of content, be it the video or a quiz or a recipe guide, whatever it may be, so that you can then get people into your site and you can actually then start communicating with them by email. And as Desiree said, then you can do cases, you can, actually, what did you say, Des? You had some amazing ideas there in terms of the
emails. You can let them know a little bit about yourself in relation to how they're struggling. So the pain that you went through, how you came to help with this condition in the first place, or how one of your clients that you helped was struggling so much and was able to come out of that struggle because of the work that they did with you. So case studies, testimonials, a little bit about you and your story. You can let them know that you really understand what it is that they're going through and how there is hope, right? Our clients are feeling hopeless with these specific health conditions. They don't feel like there's going to be a possibility to get better often because they've been blocked
for so long
that they've gone through. They haven't gotten a result and they haven't seen that there's a possibility to get better. So you can instill in them the confidence that they're going to be able to get better because people have gotten better in the past. So all of these things is to really nurture that relationship with your ideal client and let them know that you, in fact, are an authority figure on the subject, that you have experience and that you're the one to work with. And again, you're not solving the entire problem within your lead magnet. You're solving a piece of the problem. And to get more pieces of the problem solved, they need to come into your world and work deeper with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Desiree, we have a Black Friday deal.
Yeah. So we've decided to hop on the Black Friday bandwagon. And so we have an amazing promotion right now. For anyone who is very interested in our tech platform and academy, they can jump into our silver tier, which is our middle of the road tier, and have access to the academy and the tech platform. And for their first month, they get 1 month free of the tech platform under the silver level. And this is a promotion that's going to last for the next few days. It ends on Sunday night at midnight. So we're giving you the Black Friday, plus the Saturday and Sunday. So the weekend to actually make your decision. It's a great promotion. And it's a really, besides the promotional part and the money that you're going to save, it's a really great time to jump in because November is almost over. You've got 1 month where you can really take those 30 days and schedule in your time blocks and start building out your business now, guys, so that come January, you can have your lead magnet. A lead magnet should take not a very long time, maximum a week. But once you have your first lead magnet,
not even that.
Well, it depends. I'm giving them, you know, a little bit of extra cushion time if you're doing
a day or two.
But what's so beautiful, we create lead magnets now in like 4 hours because we have so many. So what's beautiful is that once you have your first lead magnet, you can just duplicate it. And so, for example, we just got off the phone with one of our clients who specializes in sugar, helping clients clean sugar out of their lives. So far, she's got a sugar knockout ebook. She has a holiday survival guide for Christmas time. So she has 2 lead magnets up on her website. And all she had to do was duplicate the funnel that we give you in the tech platform. And you can actually have your lead magnets up and running very quickly for whatever subject you want to help with. So this promotion is a way for you to really kickstart yourself and your process, start getting your business up and running, use the month of December very wisely. And by the time you head into the new year, when people need you, because that is a huge time period for us health practitioners, people are going to get off their New Year's resolutions very fast. They're going to promise themselves all kinds of things. And come mid-January, they're going to be off track again. So this is the time when your clients seriously need you to help them get
more motivated. It's such, what is it about New Year? It's such a great motivation, isn't it? It's like fresh new start. And I'm going to look after my health this year. So people are already in that mindset. They're looking for something. Make sure they find you.
Totally. Make sure you have something to offer. Even if you don't have your signature program ready, it's okay. Your lead magnet, you can have a wait list page. You can at least get on a call with them and triage them. And then you can start building out your program week by week. Even if you have a bunch of interested people, you can actually build it out week by week and enroll them already into the program. So while they're going through module 1, you can start building module 2, and that'll put some fire under your butt to actually get it done really fast.
It's a great way. Pre-sell. It's a great way.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I hope that's helpful. We'll drop the link below for the Black Friday deal. We'd love to see you within the academy. We'd love to see you on the tech platform. Remember, you get your first month for free.
Take care, guys.
Bye for now.